Before we continue with the rest of the video, we could use your help. Click the like button to help spread word about Watchjojo animals, and also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. She rescued a sick dog and gave her a new life, but the dog had a major surprise for her. It's weird how one good deed can have a butterfly effect, leading to another outcome that just couldn't have been predicted. This was the case when one woman went above and beyond the call of duty to help a sickly canine and was rewarded in an unexpected way. This is Jolene, a volunteer worker at an animal shelter in California. Through her tears, she told the heart-wrenching story of a sick dog which had been left in the shelter's care. A gorgeous white German shepherd called Gemma was left at the shelter in quite a bad state. The family which had owned it couldn't cope with the dog's health problems and hadn't taken the dog to a veterinarian, despite the fact that she clearly needed medical attention. Gemma was losing an unusual amount of fur and was covered in oil. They couldn't deal with her skin loss. They just didn't know what to do with her anymore. They never took her to the vet. Obviously, you could tell she was in pain, Jolene said. Caring Jolene was determined to give Gemma the shot at life her owners couldn't provide, and started by bathing the dog, who was in so much pain that she had to be sedated. We had to scrub all the scabs off, get all that oil off her fur to realise what we actually had underneath, Jolene explained. Half the dog was clean. Jolene knew she was dealing with more than half of the dog's body was covered with demodectic manage. The good news, the condition was treatable. Manage is caused by mites in the dog's hair, and although the creepy crawlies are usually no more than irritating, in certain circumstances they can become a serious and even life-threatening problem. Gemma was in need of more care than the shelter could provide, so she was picked up by the Canyon County-based animal rescue, St. Bonnie's Sanctuary. Jolene, who also works as an adoption counsellor for the animal rescue, took her responsibility for Gemma's recovery herself. She kinda needed 24-hour care. She needed baths 2 to 3 times a day, and we had built such a strong bond that I was like, let me ask my husband, see if I can take a foster animal home. Jolene recounted. He said yes, and the caring woman dedicated her time to helping Gemma get back on her paws again. Thanks to Jolene's round-the-clock care, Gemma started to recover. We took our baths together, she said. It helped relax her. She wasn't itching as much. She wasn't pulling out her hair. Her skin was starting to heal. The scabs were going away. The fur was coming in. Although her old family hadn't been able to give Gemma the love and care she needed, Jolene had given the gentle canine a new beginning. Thanks to her foster mother, Gemma's mange was clearing up and she was starting to look as beautiful on the outside as she blatantly was on the inside. As Gemma started to get healthier, she also seemed to be putting on a lot of weight. Specifically, she seemed to be getting bigger in the stomach area. Jolene took her to a vet, and an ultrasound scan was performed. There was a very special surprise in store for Gemma's new foster mum. The German shepherd was pregnant. Gemma must have been pregnant before she left the shelter. In rescuing the dog, Jolene hadn't saved one life, she had saved the lives of the 5 adorable puppies that Gemma went on to give birth to. The healthy pups all found new homes quickly. It took Gemma a little longer because of her demodex, Jolene explained. We wanted to make sure all her skin scrapings were good and she was off her medication. It must have been tough for the foster mother to let her baby go, but the day was fast approaching. A family was keen to adopt the beautiful dog, and Jolene was the one who would get to introduce Gemma to her new humans. A tearful Jolene described how, despite how emotional it was, witnessing such an ill canine go from strength to strength and start a new life with a new caring family was a hugely fulfilling experience for her. It was a really hard process, seeing her go through everything from the day she was turned into the shelter and then actually seeing her get to drive in a car off the ranch and go home. It was really special, Jolene sobbed. Gemma is now happy and healthy, living in her forever home with her new family. She especially loves spending time with her little boy, who gives her all the affection and attention she could ever want. My son is the one who plays with her the most, said Janet, Gemma's new mum. You know, he gets down on the ground with her, he gets at her level, he plays like a puppy like she does. They're friends, they're buddies. It's a measure of her strength of heart that even after all she's been through, Gemma is still a devoted doggy who has no problems with showing her affection. She just immediately wanted attention and wanted love. Just between those two things, I knew she was the one, Janet said. Gemma also shares her new home with other furry friends, including a cat called Bandit. Surprisingly though, the German Shepherd isn't the alpha in the relationship. Bandit calls all the shots and hisses at the playful pooch whenever she isn't in the mood for sharing her space. Thanks to one dedicated woman, Gemma now has a loving family and her pups have gone to good homes. Jolene is certainly happy with the result and feels blessed to have been able to make a difference. "I'm so glad she was able to be in my life," she said through her tears. Please do not forget to share this video with your friends below. Please do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive everything that is new.